It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Chargers and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Off of play action, it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. To throw is Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 33.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Phillips. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Watson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their 1st-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the 1st carry for Austin Eckler. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 137 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync and that bodes well this late in the season.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he gets it down to the 32.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The numbers for Cooks in that game last week, 4 catches, 66 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down, and this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Again, it's Watson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now a dump off here complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch. And
a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Malik Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
But no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Again, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On the give, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Watson.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20, so they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's King, a beautiful fake. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Middle of the field. He finds Pascal. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Watson on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he goes out right around the 39. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down, Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Teddy Bridgewater, sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Herbert now. This is swung out to Eckler. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Phillips. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Phillips. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Nassib, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Herbert.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Herbert back to the air.
They go back to Palmer. This one's complete.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now it's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
Eckler again, and I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. That's caught. It's Gronkowski. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now Watson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Watson. Touchdown, Texans. Demarcus Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Eckler. Fighting, shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
103 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Rob Gronkowski with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chargers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
And he's got this down to the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. That's into the hands of Pascal. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. To the air yet again, Watson, and it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Watson's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Watson on first down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And second down.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, Watson.
He's got Tonyan complete over the middle.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Watson.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Watson on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Scotty Phillips, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they took a chance there on 4th down, and boy, does it pay off. It pays off with 6 points.
Yeah, I have to imagine that they were thinking maybe we can at least get a first down if we don't score. But he decided he didn't want a new set of downs. He just wanted a touchdown.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Chargers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.